The Arcturian Anthology, Tom Kenyon and Judy Shan. Arcturian Encounters. An Introduction, Tom Kenyon. You are about to read something that is truly out of this world, both because it deals with beings that are literally not of this earth, and because, well, it is a far-fetched story with otherworldly characters that borders on science fiction. Of course, what one person deems to be fiction, another person may deem to be truth. Perception in all things is relative to the perceiver. As someone who values objective truth, I find it truly odd that I am once again writing an introduction to a channeled body of information. Personally, I prefer the more solid words of scientific inquiry and logic. This is because this type of knowledge can be verified objectively. Something either is or it isn't. There is no middle ground, except, of course, when we are dealing with quantum physics, where things can get a bit fuzzy and unpredictable. Channeled material is different from other forms of information. Sometimes it can be objectively verified, but sometimes not. The whole thing hinges on what type of information we are talking about. In this case, we are talking about a group of intergalactic travelers called the Arcturians, and objective verification of their existence is, at best, paradoxical. I will recount the story of these encounters shortly, but before you start to read this account of my personal odyssey from skepticism to acceptance, I strongly suggest you put what I call the imaginary box close by your side. The imaginary box is a mental device that allows you to filter and set aside things that sound too outlandish for them to be true. I think it is a vital necessity in general, and certainly when dealing with altered states of consciousness, to not swallow something as true just because someone told you it was true or because you believe it to be true. If I or the Arcturians say something that doesn't make sense to you, just toss it in the imaginary box. Don't accept it as truth. Test it with your logical mind, your personal experiences, and, very importantly, your own values. As I have said repeatedly, swallowing ideas without chewing on them can lead to a type of mental indigestion for which there is no instant antacid. And so, now armed with your imaginary box, I think we are ready to enter into this intergalactic labyrinth.